All right, so fifth topic here is just the FGC news. Do you want to take a break, or do you want to let's just do this?
Barrel through.
Because there's not that much to talk about.
No, actually.
Ultimate barrel through. Ultimate barrel through. So, remember now, for the Battle for the Stones, to get into the final tournament, there was also going to be some online qualifiers. Those are open for registration now, so you may sign up and go for those now. So, you can go to, is it on smash.gg? Yeah, so you can register on smash.gg for the online Battle for the Stones tournaments and try to get in there. Of course, if you win the ones, you don't get any stones or any crazy things like that, but you get to be in the event. And I believe there's supposed to be 3 of them, right? Because there were 6.
I think there's 3, yeah.
6 and then 6 previous winners?
I believe there's one in each of Europe, Latin America,
and
North America.
Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So you can sign up for that now. That is open for signups. Also, we were talking about Dissidia, Final Fantasy Dissidia a little bit. Tomorrow, actually, Wednesday Night Fights is going to do an open tournament and have like some crazy Dissidia stuff going on there. And it is indeed in partnership with Nissan Cup Noodles.
Well, these old Cup Noodle folks, man, they're getting around.
Yep, exactly. So that's going to be going on tomorrow.
Featuring the Steves, huh?
Ooh, featuring Tasty Steve and Sajam hosting it. I hope they're up on their FF lore, dude.
You know, I believe Steve would be.
Yeah.
That makes it, because he's just a lore fella.
Yeah.
You know, he knows that stuff. I'm not so sure about old Sajam. We'll see. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
He's only as old as like Final Fantasy X, right?
Oh,
man. Also, in terms of event news, Michigan Masters 2018 was announced for April 14th through 18th. They got a new venue. Last year, I think they had like 20 games. Yeah, they had 20 games at this event. And so this year, they said that they basically need a bigger venue, and that's what they're going to do. So if you are in the Michigan region, you should definitely keep that on your radar. That is going to be April 14th through 15th.
Wow, in 2018? Doesn't that sound like the far future? That sounds like it's 30 years in the future to me.
I know, but it's a month and a half.
I hear
It's a month and a half, dude. It's a month and a half.
Dang. Oh, boy.
But speaking of SNK and KOF and everything like that, interestingly enough, their latest financial reports actually showed that they had huge profits.
I heard about that.
So I don't know if that was off of King of Fighters 14 or what. Was it their pachinko machines are doing well or anything like that?
Hard to know.
But they're not hurting as a company, so...
I think that's great. Hopefully they can turn that into KOF 15 or...
Well, they did talk. They talked about that. Yeah, they actually talked about KOF. Like, the creator was like, we don't know if we can do anything more for 14, but 15 is definitely something that we are trying to make happen.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah, man, there's still no flying cars. Come on.
Dude, so
they do exist. I mean, they're not hover cars.
Yeah,
I just say you can get a car that also flies.
Right.
It's very expensive and probably not road legal, but you know.
Yeah, there's actually a song that They Might Be Giants wrote called basically the chorus is like, we're trapped in a world before later on, and he's just like, where's my space ray? Where's my fly? You know, like the kind of thing. It's actually kind of funny. It's exactly what it is, man. It never feels like we're getting there, dude. And yes, so just last week, Punch Planet became available on Steam Early Access. So this is a fighting game that is literally developed, I think, the Punch Planet guy told me, by like 3 people.
Sick.
Are like working on this whole entire game themselves. It's a really neat art style to it. You can play as Dog.
Is it called Dog?
The character's name is Dog.
I'm definitely playing as Dog.
The character's a dog, and it's just Dog.
Genius.
It's Dog.
Genius.
Hello, this is Dog.
That better not change.
Hello, this
better
is
not
Dog.
be like...
Yeah, so there you go. But, you know, only 4 characters available right now. But in the future, there will be 8 playable characters, online play, confetti, arcade, and training modes, etc., etc. So it's available for Steam Early Access right now. So,
sick. I'm getting in there.
Yeah, but
Dog.
Yes. So shout outs to the Punch Planet guys who also just jumped into the chat just now. So There you go. And finally, I also want to mention, interestingly enough, so one of the players that I'm assuming is going to go to this North American finals who might have the potential to do some damage is Mr. Wolfkrone.
Right.
You can never count this guy out. He got second place at Combo Breaker this year, didn't he? Or was that previous year?
Pretty sure it was last year.
That was last year, okay. But Wolfkrone, he's a potential to do some damage, but he was also signed to Circa Esports.
Yeah.
So now he is part of Team Circa.
Indeed.
So Wolfkrone now will be traveling around every place, and hopefully Circa treats him a little better than Team Marn, but we'll see what happens, you know.
Oh boy, what a reference. Yeah, no, you're right. He's a very talented player. And in terms of just gameplay skill, has been one of the best North American Street Fighter players for like 6 years. For like a long time.
Yeah.
But had struggled to find a team because of the non-gameplay stuff.
Right, yes,
right?
exactly.
Kind of jerky stuff that he's done. So my hope is that this is him not like pledging to tamp it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess even if not, it'd be nice to see him more often because he's a really strong player, and that would be good to get more of.
Yep.
All right.
Do you want to talk about Curtain Gate?
What do we talk? What's Curtain? Oh, yeah. Right. So Marvel Infinite, there was a leak.
Yes.
There was a picture even of a leak. By the way, hilarious. The character select screen, where the red extends into the blues teams area. Oh man, I know that must have kept you up that night. Oh,
you know,
boy.
there's those always those joke threads, right? Like, here's a series of pictures that will make OCD people angry.
Yeah.
So you see like the street line that goes over the manhole cover. The manhole cover was put back not correctly, so it like cuts off, and then there's like the videos of like you see a pie and they cut it in like the most ridiculous slices, you know, just to like irk people. Dude, that's how I feel about seeing that red bleed into the blue, dude. Oh. Because the DLC characters that are coming out after the 3 that we just got, like, it's created an imbalance between Capcom and Marvel characters. And so, sure enough, there's this red box that's just, like, sticking into the Capcom section. And it's... Oh, God.
Well, if that's real, then, yeah, well, you know, it's real.
Yeah. But there was a picture leaked of that character select screen.
There
was also a picture leaked of Venom standing next to like armored Jetta or some crazy
was it
Jetta
Venom,
skin.
you think?
Well, Venom or Carnage.
Yeah,
right?
it's red.
But some people said that the symbol on his chest was like from what was it? It was like an alternate Venom. I forgot what they called them.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but
Red Venom. But, yeah, that's a thing, right? Yeah.
Well, Red Venom is in Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
Oh, is that not canonical?
I don't think that's canonical. Anti-Venom, that's who it was. The symbol is like an anti-Venom symbol on him, which kind of gives them leeway to make him not play anything like the original Venom, which I really hope they do, because original Venom was really stupid.
Oh, does it say Venom on top of the screen? That's funny, I didn't even look.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
Okay, you're probably looking a little higher than that.
Ha! Very funny.
Yeah. So someone pointed that out, and then Mecha MacGyver, I guess. He didn't spot it. He said somebody else pointed out to him. He was just the messenger. But it was funny because I saw his tweet. I was just looking at it for the longest of time. I was like, what am I supposed to be looking at? Like,
yeah.
What am I supposed...
I thought it was a thing about the in and out.
Yeah, I was like, what
Mega exposed
was my reaction there. So I mean, it's funny, but there are serious aspects to it.
Well, you and I both think leaking sucks.
Right.
I would much rather be surprised. I'm super over just finding out, like, I'm just like taking a dump and I'm on my phone and, oh, guess what, Venom. I would way rather have something like the TMNT reveal. And would I feel the same way about Venom as TMNT? I'm not that as surprised. Yeah. But I would much rather see it like, oh, Venom like jumps in and it's like, whoa, cool, he looks sick, all right.
I mean, it's just like, you know, when Urien, who we knew was coming into the game, showed up at the end of Ibuki's trailer and Joe still got hype.
Dude,
right?
I way prefer that. So leaks bum me out. And I feel bad for the people at Capcom.
Yeah.
You know.
But there's also another aspect to it, right? Because if certain people are getting early access to these things, doesn't that give them an unfair advantage in tournaments?
Well, I guess it depends on how much access they have, right?
Right.
But I can't answer that.
That's the main question, right? So, I mean, if you guys look at just go to Mecha shit. Is Mecha MacGyver, right? Is the Twitter, and you'll see the tweet there, and it's very clear that Champ has something to do with some of these leaks here, right? So, is that unfair for him? Like, some people have talked about at SCR that he potentially was playing the game long before SCR. You know, he still almost lost to Richard Wynn, but he still won, right? And so, is this kind of like an unfair advantage kind of situation? He still got blown up by Sonic Fox.
That's true.
But, like, is this a problem? Is this a problem here that some players may be getting early access to these games that, have a lot of prize money involved with them? It's kind of an unfair advantage, right?
It seems like it.
You know, the leak aspect of it is like less important to me as that aspect.
Okay.
That part concerns me
Fair
more.
enough.
And, in my personal opinion, I think it's unfair. I don't think it's right. You know what I mean? And so...
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but like... If you're a player who lives in NorCal and just has access to these things because you live in NorCal, right?
Which is
that
where
just
Capcom
happens.
is.
Because, like, I was talking to some of the people at Tekken World Tour, right? Like, I won't name names for this one because it was someone completely different.
Off the record.
But they were like, oh yeah, I heard this about this and this. And I was like, what? I don't know anything about that. And he was like, oh. Because, like, everyone thinks we have all the inside information, right? And then him and somebody else were like, well, we're in NorCal. You just end up with this information. And so I was like, okay. So, like...
That's funny. That doesn't even make it down to SoCal.
Yeah, it doesn't
even filter down here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So if you are in NorCal and you have the option to mess with these things early or figure, hey, I need to maintain my tournament integrity, what do? It's a tough decision to make because I really like to see these characters, but I don't know, like what. It is an unfair advantage, though. Like if you really wanted to be straight up about it, you would be like, I'm not going to check this out because I want this to be as fair as possible.
Makes sense,
right? So, yeah, you wait, basically. Yeah, Justin waited.
Justin did wait.
Yeah, he got it early and he did not play at SCR.
You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Ban the region.
I am with you. Yeah, that'd be tough.